When we last left our adventuring party, we had successfully gotten 5 feet out of the tutorial.
On my way.
And yet Twitch is enforcing that upon me. I can't do anything about that solar cat plasma. For the curious.
Open up.
Yep, it only took me 4 and some change hours. 4+ hours.
You there? Come here. I need help.
Oh, hey, it's the vampire. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Wait, stop, stop, stop. No. Interesting. Twice a day, you can restore 50% of your hit points, and warlocks obviously restore their spell
I
slots.
need some help.
So it's a it's an ammo. It's a currency. That's interesting. Long rest uses up supplies. 40 supplies. Oh my god. In order to regain hit points, spell slots and short rests. Going to camp is what it is. Interesting. Not sure what I think of that. We'll have to decide as we go. I'll be honest, even though it's its own way of ridiculous, I actually much prefer the Neverwinter Nights 1 system. So, do I allow Gollum on the list?
Hey! I need some help.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, Mr. Red. Because obviously Gollum's a bad game, but that's not really relevant. What's relevant is it a bad game worthy of our time? Time is always the currency that I'm thinking of most. And because there's a legitimate value in reviewing bad games. In fact, I have actually put forward bad games for review purposes. And in fact, I look forward to reviewing Ride to Hell Retribution someday. Supposedly it's about a 15-hour game, so 2 days. I'll allow it,
I need some help.
but I should probably add the proviso. I'm not sure if that's going to get funded anytime soon. I'm not sure people are going to be eager to be jumping on donating for Gollum. I'll allow it, though. Who put that on the list, though? Because whoever you are, I need to actually put your name in the list. Hey, Dark Day. Thank you for the bits. As always. No, exactly, Blade Toll. That could be prune fodder, which is another reason I need to get who actually donated for that.
You there? Come here. I need help.
I'll get there in a minute. God, you'd think a vampire would be more patient. Yeesh. Let's see, so that's StarCraft, God of War, and Dragon Quest XI. It's fine. He's out in the sun and he's a vampire. He's dead anyways.
Hey! I need some help.
Seriously, who put the money towards Gollum? If you don't oust yourself, I'm going to say no. I need a name for the books. I thought it was you at first, Mr. Red, because this sounds like the kind of thing you would do. No offense. While whoever that is decides to whether or not they're going to admit who they are. Yeah, the name was Gollum, but I'm pretty sure we don't have a viewer named Gollum.
Come here.
In fact, just at a glance, we do not. Although we apparently have 2 gigapudding. That's interesting. Could also be a drive-by donation, but that just means I'm not going to accept it because I don't know who it came from. I can't do a null entry. It literally doesn't work that way. I have to have a name. Well, whoever you are, I do appreciate the support. But I'm not going to put that towards anything unless you admit who you are. So let's figure out healing, shall we? We've got 1 spell left. We are not a warlock, so that sucks. She has cantrip. She should have a healing cantrip. I swear she has a healing. No, of course she doesn't. I remember that whole discussion. Never mind. She does not have a healing cantrip because it doesn't exist.
To do.
Do I have any potions? We have a potion. Well, actually, potions. Okay, screw it. All right,
If not over, then through.
You there?
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Hey, sure.
There. Can you see it?
Hello, Zactav.
Just a dumb bore. You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
This is a bad start, I'm just letting you know.
I just need information. I saw you scuttling about on the ship. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacle... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on?
Put the knife away, or I'll kill you horribly. Also, is the overlay on, or do I have to turn that back on too?
The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
You are welcome to try. So now that we're all caught up.
Indeed we are. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Okay. My name's Runner.
A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms?
Yeah, they're gonna turn us into illithids.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
You realize we should probably get rid of the damn thing, right?
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
All right. You want to group with me?
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse.
I don't know if I'd call him pretty or perfect, but I would like to kill him. Killing. Yes. Yes, killing. So Walker asks why Final Fantasy 15 is not in the FF block. You'll also notice... okay, the reason why is actually very, very simple. I have no plans to ever re-review that game, which means it'll never be reviewed, which means it'll never up on the list. So there's not a lot of reason to leave an empty hole that will never be filled. Make sense? Not that FF15 is a particularly bad game, but I feel like it's ironically not bad or good enough to really do an audit run of. I mean, there are plenty of games I've just flat out said I have no interest in doing an audit run of this, and yeah. A little bit, Gollum. By the way, hi. Let me double check something really quick. There we go. I mean, you might say, and this is a very valid perspective, there's plenty to talk about with regards to FF15. And there is, but the problem is I already have. We've done a lore run, a proper remake lore run of FF15. There's nothing really else. I don't have anything to add to that. I don't have anything else to add to that. Okay, so we have a name. I did it. I found a name. Thank you, Gollum, very, very much for the donation. I do appreciate it. We'll add Gollum to the list. Is this game living up to my expectations so far? So I'm going to be honest with you. I'm tired. I have had 2 nights in a row where I've only got about 6 hours of sleep, which is pretty low for me. And I also have a pretty bad headache. I've just taken another round of painkillers for that. Yeah, I'm still dealing with the heat issues down here. I'm still working out some solutions on that. What I'm trying to say is I've got a lot of little irritations in my life right now. But despite all that, I am substantially more engaged by this game than not. And it's probably worth noting that I loved the crap out of DOS 2. So I'm already biased towards it. I should probably similarly mention that I liked DOS 1. But DOS 1 was, well, ironically, a first game. DOS 1, yeah, I do. I need to get these freaking pebbles out of my shoes. DOS 1 was a first game, but it was a damned good one. And it showed a lot of promise. It's a first game and all the issues that those usually have. DOS 2 is the LTTP of that particular scenario. So I should save. I highly recommend DOS 2, by the way, for anybody who's interested in that type of game. I would honestly say DOS 2, in fact, I can literally say DOS 2 is the best CRPG I've ever reviewed to date. I have a feeling it will be the best, or second best CRPG I've ever reviewed. Ever. The only game that might come into contest to that is Dragon Age Origins, which I always forget is a CRPG, because for some reason it isn't a CRPG in my head. I don't know. Don't ask. Don't ask. I'm dumb, okay?
There. A mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured. Best be careful.
No, this is also a CRPG, but that's kind of its direct competition, Blade of All. DOS 2 or BG3, right? One of these two is probably going to take that crown. Like, in general. And again, the only competition, so apparently I phrased this wrong, so let me phrase this a little more differently. The 3 best CRPGs ever made are DOS 2, Dragon Age Origins, and probably this game. Of those 3, I'm not sure where any of them will line up versus each other, but they're all going to be fighting it out at the top. There's plenty of good CRPGs, but I would say the only other one that's even in contest for those at the top is Pillars of Eternity 2, specifically. Every other one has issues almost always on the gameplay axis that just drags it down. But the 4 games I just mentioned all have good gameplay. which is what pushes them above most of the rest of the CRPGs. Make sense? Because most CRPGs have good story, right? Like, it's really rare to find a CRPG that doesn't have a good story. But most CRPGs also have terrible gameplay. See Arcanum, or Baldur's Gate, or Fallout, or whatever else you want to pull out there. So, there's a dude right there.
What do I have to lose?
Alright, so now that he's dead...
Death is too good for it.
What do we got here? Potion of speed, skull, and avoid blow. I'll take that. Alright, what else? I'm not memeing. If I'm playing D&D, and I have just escaped the Mind Flayers, and I know I have a worm in my brain, and my GM says, you see an injured Mind Flayer, my very first reaction is going to be kill it. Because it's an injured Mind Flayer. Do you know how many times, do you know how many hits it takes a Mind Flayer to kill you? I'll give you a hint. 3. This is how this works in paper, right? In tabletop. The Mind Flayer attacks you, it hits you for 1 damage. The Mind Flayer attacks you, it hits you for 1 damage. The Mind Flayer attacks you, it hits you for 1 damage. You're dead. Because it just ate your brain. But here, I've saved for a reason, so let's see what happens. Game. Game. Load. So I've ever played Divinity Original Sin games. So I just said this, but to reiterate, yes, I've played DOS 1. I consider it a first game. I've never covered it on the show. I have played DOS 2. I have covered it in video format as well as in a stream. It is, in fact, a current review. It's one of our only CRPGs we have currently on the books. I haven't played any of the other Divinity games. I have no real interest in them. Someone else asked a question, which was, in terms of gameplay, where would Tyranny stand on that list? Tyranny's gameplay is not great. It's probably one of the better CRPG's gameplays, and that puts it at a solid bad. And that would be my answer to that. So apparently F8 is quick load, which is wrong. We're going to fix that. It's, as anybody will tell you, it's F9. F9. F5 and F9. That's been the standard since literally the mid-90s.
I should speak up.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You
Hi.
could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion.
I give in to the emotion.
The poor creature is on the brink of death, but there's still time. You'd give your life to save it, to nurse it back to health. But then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere.
Oh, hey, she's got guidance. Yeah, could you give me guidance on this, please? Thanks. Alright, so let me explain why this irritates me. I know you can't see my mouse, but let me click the dice. Let me click around the dice area. Let me click anywhere on the entire screen except the continue button. I know that sounds strange, but smart input is a really, really old thing. It's so old at this point that it goes back 20 frickin' years. It's a very common concept. Smart input is when it acknowledges that there's only one thing you can click. There's actually two, but there's only one thing you really want to click on the screen right now. Therefore, clicking anywhere means clicking continue, right? But it's not. As you can see, I can mouse over all over the place, and it's just, nope, you have to click continue.
Fuse, lusting for something that is gone. But then its grip claws back with a vengeance, a vice locking your mind into obedience. It needs sustenance to survive, and with your very body, you can provide.
And my partners are just watching me do
Get
this.
away from that thing.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Warm, wet tentacles wrap themselves around your head, and for the first time in your life, you're perfectly happy.
So anyways, like I said, if I see a frickin' mind flayer on the ground, about to die, I'm gonna shoot it. Oh hey, they're talking about the Dead 3, which... So anyways, that was a quick game. I'm not sure why it's got much buzz and hype, but I don't know. I like bite-sized games, 5-hour games. That's not so bad. It's not too shabby. So anyways, now that we've shown that off, die. What snot?
Let's have a monster. Death is too good for it. Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Nope. They don't care.
There's goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Well, I hope they've been productive meetings, at least. Interesting. So we can send stuff to the chest all willy-nilly, but we can only pull stuff from the chest when we're at the chest. Interesting. I need to think about tooltip design while we're here. I need to jot down a lot of debatables. Very true, Judo Joker. Very true. Tooltip design, question mark. I guess that would be HUD. There's something else. Right, intro. Just on the intro. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is the same damn island.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Nah, it's okay, I'm a bard. Wait. Should we touch the sigil? Let's see how long it takes for this to pop up. I assume we're not out of the intro yet, Giga Pudding. Well, you see, Czar. My mother was a dagger. And she left my father. Oh, God, it was horrible. She abandoned me to the wild, cruel, wanton slavery of the armory. And so never again will I wield a dagger in her name. But yeah, I know what you mean. You're asking what I think of the tutorial. A little bit too gross for my tastes. A lot of stuff that makes perfect sense if you're familiar with Forgotten Realms, and otherwise is just, if you don't. Alright, so. Touch the sigil.
A hand? Anyone?
Well, pro tip. If you ever see a portal with a hand sticking out of it, run the other direction.
This branch of flesh is begging to be pruned, and its sap sucked from.
My mistress' eyelids! Stop! Cease, you loon!
Wait, what? What?
As
I didn't...
soon as the dreams cross the threshold of your imagination,
What?
you snap back to realize they have all come true.
What? I didn't have an option to not do that.
Just full of surprises.
Hold up. It's just... No, you're just ripping off his hand. That's what we call railroading. Hang on, hang on. We'll see. We'll see.
Can't slow down. What's going on with that room?
You approach the sigil on the stone.
Hey!
A hand?
Fantasize about hacking off the hand is apparently it. Okay, I slap the hand.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick.
Come here, Yahoo. Look, I'm a bard. Strength is not my strong suit here.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. Usually better at this.
Are you alright?
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Norse Lloyd as well.
I don't trust this man. I draw my weapon.
And I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Sure, I totally got this.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
Okay.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
Yeah, he's a wizard, which means he's useless. Complete garbage. Only morons and lame brains play with. I can't even come up with an insult right now. Oh, that's true. We could make him a necromancer. And then, and only then, would he be able to... It is Cullen! It's Tim Downey. Sorry, his voice was bugging me. I think it's him. Maybe it's not him? Oh, whatever. I think it's Cullen. Yeah, let's rename him to Cullen. Alright, what kind of spells you got, boy? Let's see. Junk, garbage, worthless, terrible, awful, no good, and very bad.
Looking ahead.
Awesome, let's go.
Should mind my step.
Honestly, I thought it was Alistair at first, and then after listening to him for like a minute, I was like, no. But that never left me. I was just like, who is this dude? And how do I kill him? Or romance him? Although we all know I'm going to romance Bald Bull when it comes to Inquisition. No, I don't mean that really. There's people here. There's several people here. Wait, is that...
Either we act now, or someone else will pick that wreck clean and leave us nothing.
Haven't seen anyone but us. It's just wilderness out here.
Thank you very, very, very much, Justin. For 6 years of support. My goodness. Or 5 years. Sorry, 5 years. I can count. I can count. So for that anniversary sub, that's a big one. I'm going to jump that onto STO Terran Gambit.
There could be all sorts of loot in that thing. Don't you want to be rich?
Of course I want to be rich, but not if it'll get me killed.
Why not? Oh, hang on. Stop. Save. Okay, let's go kill these people. I mean, we're gonna kill them. Let's just be honest.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
Can I help you? I am not competition. I am annihilation. Hi, Sean. I like how one of the options, it's like attack, intimidate, you persuade him to go away, persuade him to go away, yell at him, or threaten him. And so of these 7 options, one of them is not piss off. One of them. I can also just attack, I notice. That's just a freaking option there. Right there. Just attack. Just, no, we're going into combat now. Can I? Oh my god, I can. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why did I do what I just did? Well, I'm still in a conversation right now, right?
Onward. Ever onward.
Well, we can reposition the rest of our party while we're talking to him. Yeah, exactly. You can do the DOS 2 thing, which I had to do all the time in my Tactician playthrough because Tactician's mean. Yeah, we can even level. Hang on. Let's level before we do this fight. We now have dash, hide, and disengage as bonus actions. So, nothing. Dead level. Get off my screen. You're worthless. Approval. -50.
Directly.
We have chosen Evocation. Or we can pick Necromancy. Learning Necromancy spells from scrolls costs 25 per level, not 50. Ooh. I do like Necromancy. Once per turn. Ugh. If you kill a creature with a spell, you regain hit points equal to twice the spell slot used, thrice if it's a Necromancy spell. Undead and constructs are unaffected. Allies automatically succeed saving throws against these spells, specifically evocation spells. Oh. It literally turns off friendly fire for fireball. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, exactly, Von Falkshire. Like, that's just such a gimme. We kind of have to go with it. So, congratulations. You're now a battle mage. Get rid of grease, get rid of sleep. Give you magic missile, and give you burning hands. So, cool. Is he going to answer us? I want to know. Looks like his mates are running around trying to...
This way.
To get in position here. Hang on. So how do I... Okay, so you...
Don't touch me.
You get up there.
Which way to the nearest library?
Over here.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
You
Onward
over
then.
here. Okay, so, as I was saying. Hi! I'm gonna kill you.
Well, in that case, come on, you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese! Now move it!
There, I spared your miserable lives.
You're more cunning than you look.
What was that?
I thought we
Oh,
had
Jesus.
blood on our hands.
Okay. That's a thing that just happened. Hang on. Hang on. That's... Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Okay, so now that I've fixed reality...
At the ready.
Oh, I should have... whatever. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think Char's gonna like you for doing that. Maybe we need to have a chat with that. Just saying. It's okay. There's plenty of other options other than Char. How about Saloon? Definitely another option.
Wouldn't take much to send that stone crashing downwards.
There it is. Well, whatever. I think this is called Dungeons and Dragons, so let's go dungeon it up a bit. I'm awake.
Better not be cursed.
Why do you give a look? Everything all right out there?
Yes, everything's fine. Let me in. We rolled a 26.
You sound a bit shaken, Moss. Hang on while I find the key.
We just got inspiration. Which I think it means we're max on inspiration right now.
Who the hell's... You're dead!
But I spared your miserable and pathetic life. Don't you want to live? Well, okay, he gets to die. Well, whatever. Enjoy your death. You're really dead. Like, you're so dead.
One can't always be a gentleman.
So what do we got here? You're terrible, Gale.
Still on my feet.
You heroically killed the one guy who was pathetic. Why would I want to not kill him, Maverick? I'm confused by this concept.
Need to find a way forward. No more prayers. Only dust and silence.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Playing Witcher 3 now.
Let's see what this does.
Favorite D&D setting? Forgotten Realms. Like, it's no contest. There's nothing else even comes close. There we go. The darkness returns. My precious knight. I don't know Ravenloft that much, but even if I did, I wouldn't like it because it's just not my thing.
Can't keep me out.
Ah! Yeah, that's nope. We've been pulled up to a 7. Oh, okay. Hey, you.
A long way to go still.
Could you, like, bash this, please? Yeah, exactly. Ravenloft is horror. That is what it is.
Still alive. So that's progress.
Well, either way, Game Geek, thank you very, very much for the sub. Always appreciate. But yeah, the problem I have, and I've talked about this before, in fact, I talked about this today, is that I like Forgotten Realms, and it does some good stuff. But then there's, Eberron, which is cool, right? Except Eberron doesn't really have as much. There's not as much there, Not as much meat on its bones, simply by virtue of the fact that not as much has been done with it. And then there's, Greyhawk, which I've never been a fan of. And, yeah, that's it. No, look. Okay, so there's no alt button, see? None of this is here. What is that?
Swift as my feet can carry me. I'll give it a shot.
There's Dragonlance, which I actively dislike. And then there's Mystara. God. Anyways. Ugh, why do I have to kill all of these morons? Why? What did I do? What did I do to deserve this? I was just minding my own business, murdering people, all willy-nilly, to satisfy the voices in my head. Explain to me what I did wrong here. Oh, God, I'm going to have to move the whole chair, aren't I? Here, go there. Ah. All I wanted was to not give in to the dark urge. But no. No, you want me to kill you. You desire it. You're committing suicide. That's what this is. Hey, YouTube. Suicide. They're committing suicide. Because they're fascists. No, exactly, a Rathrabo. And honestly, I just use my own setting at that point. There. But no, I've got a, what do you call it, a roller pad? Thing that goes under a chair, and it was off-center by, like, I don't know, a foot. So it was irritating me. So I moved it. Now we're here. What do we got? What do we got? We've got level 2, a level 2, a level 2, a level 2, and a level 2. What we also have is a lot of guys in a bad way. So what we're going to do, back off a little bit here. We're going to run for our lives.
Time to move.
Just going to run. Run, 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 run.
We'll do it my way.
He's going to hide, and we're going to end his turn. I'm going to get in the face because I'm standing in an open door that I just opened. In fact, I'm about to go down. Maybe someday, Justin. Okay. So. Cool. Let's just do the classic here. Okay, he has 1 health, which is not what I wanted, so that's cool.
Please, Mistra.
Yeah, Mistra doesn't give a damn about you, buddy.
My luck again.
I'm a little injured, slightly. Slightly injured at this point. You know, honestly, I would say, yeah, Cronin. That's probably exactly where that's coming from. Okay.
Your breath has killed the dead twice over.
And then we're gonna run.
Time to press ahead.
I have no opinion on Spelljammer in any direction. Not really. Hey, Ross.
On my way.
Are you sure this isn't Shantae? Oh my god, I'm playing the wrong game. Nice shot. Forgotten Realms is a bit kitchen sinky. It's probably why so many of the games have focused on the same relatively small area. The Sword Coast. Game. Okay. So, go kill that guy, please. I'm sorry. What? What did you roll? What did you roll? You rolled a 4. You... Okay. Just whatever. Stay there, up in melee. We're down now. Yep, I know how downed works. Thank you. Okay, so let's do another one of these lovely little things here. I guess my big thing why I don't mind being focused on the Sword Coast is I don't really find any other aspect of Forgotten Realms, the planet, interesting. Having said that, I do particularly prefer the cosmology of Forgotten Realms, with one notable exception. Okay, so could you roll something better than a 4 this time, buddy? That... Could you do better than that next time? I don't remember why they were called that originally. Giga Pudding, I'm gonna be very honest with you. Planescape? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Okay, let's see here. Could you just, like, die, please? I'd really appreciate it if you die. Thank you. Just burn to death, please. Thank you. Could you spend the last few moments of your life inhaling burning air so that you could feel your lungs burning from the inside? Is that cool? Cool. Thank you. And thank you, Ross. Always appreciate. And if you want to put that towards something other than Breath of Fire, please let me know. I guess you're done.
Need to stay focused. Time to meet your maker.
Towards. Is One Shot a show or a game? Sentinels and Yakuza, like Dragon. Game. Okay, cool. I'm sure I've heard of it before. Quite possibly. How do we do it?
Don't linger.
Yet.
It's fine, it's fine. Get up, buddy. And just get out of here.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
I really don't know Pathfinder at all. I don't even know the name of the setting. I just know it's the Pathfinder setting. I know it exists. So it counts for something.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Don't give up.
Let's play.
Could you roll higher than a 2, Asterion? Yeah, what did you do? What'd you do? You rolled a 2! You rolled a 2! You're getting out of my party, Asterion. I'm just letting you know. That's probably where this is going. You jackass.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Yeah, Wrath of the Righteous is on the list. Although it's a gargantuan game, so it's taken a while to get there.
Quickly.
A rough tempest I will raise. Step to it.
See you around, Star Wars.
I won't give in.
Wait, did he just say, I'm going to give in? Don't do it, man!
Light on my feet.
My faith will protect me.
Oh, I can't target the barrel. I mean, I get it. It's not literally a flame. No, it is literally a flame, though. That's literally a flame. So next time, try to piss me off slightly less. Jackasses. Alright.
What's hiding here?
It's been a long day. Better stop to rest soon.
We'll rest in a minute. Sneak attack should be a passive thing, Blade Tabal. So the answer to your question is no. I was not. Careful the fire. Don't walk through the fire. I know this is DOS 2 and you love walking through the fire. Sneak attack is an active ability. Why? No, I'm honestly very confused by that. In every other way, it acts exactly as sneak attack should. You have advantage against something, which is all that you require to do the sneak attack. That's it. It's the damage plus your bonus damage. I suppose that's true. It's probably a coding thing. Well, either way, Asterion, I want you to sneak attack 100% of the time. Okay, cool. Alright, moving on. It's per turn, Dr. Winter. It doesn't... Okay, moving on. Do I have any healing on me right now? I don't, because this isn't Neverwinter Nights.
All's well that ends.
That's it. Let's do a short rest.
Not as bad as time to get going.
I'm looking something up. Give me a second. What do you know? I wonder if that's a change or a homebrew thing. Sneak attack is, in fact, 1 per turn. Not per round, per turn. Those are different.
Never wanted the easy path.
Yeah, no, that's how it is in 5th edition. That's why I was just double checking. Just now.
No lock. No handle. How does it open?
I love this. We've got to get these things out of as soon as possible. But first, let's go delve into a dungeon.
Here goes nothing.
You do not recognize the language on the plaque.
Okay. Cute.
What's inside?
That might be worth a look.
No, we'll be fine. What do we see? Oh, there it is.
What did that do?
I keep feeling like I'm going down some side path right now instead of the main quest. It feels like I went the wrong direction, essentially. Which it also means I'm going the right direction. Gotta turn off all the candles. This is a fire hazard. Oh, great. We're in the dank crypt now. What? Okay. So, I'd like to call it a misclick, but that's more like a misunderstanding. So let's explain what I just did wrong there. So yeah, this is the fast travel. I thought this was change layer of map. I know it says waypoints right there. But I just based on... Ignore the waypoints thing for a second. Just look at the layout, right? Doesn't this look like how you would switch between layers of the map? So I look over there, and I don't acknowledge waypoints because I'm an idiot. And I just see, okay, camp, overgrown ruins, roadside cliff. Perfect. So I go here because I was just trying to figure out something with regards to the map. And yeah, near as I can tell, there is no way to change layers of the map, which is funny because I gave a negative to the map in DOS 2 as well. So, that's honestly, that's probably going to be the same thing. Let's just be real. We'll drop down map, question mark. We do have fast travel, so fast travel's cool. See, we can just warp around. That's cool. We're cool. Everything's cool. We can just be like, boop. I like being able to do that. That's cool. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll have the pyramid, which is, and I'm not joking about this, one of the best features of DOS 2. Here's the thing. While I'm making this trip, because this is walking, so there's these 2 pyramids, right? You can physically pick them up, move them between inventory, and drop them on the ground, right? But the thing is, you can also activate them. Whoever activates the one teleports to wherever the other is, which has so many applications. There's so many applications for that. It's bonkers. Just right off the top of my head, let's say you're at a chasm, and you want to go on the other side of the chasm. You can't reach it. So you can physically throw one of your pyramids to the other side. Yeah, there's more than 2 pyramids. But you can physically throw... There were 2 pyramids in DOS 1. There's several pyramids in DOS 4. Or DOS 2, excuse me. So you can throw it to the other side and then teleport over there. Or you could leave one of your party members, who may or may not be controlled by another player, at a specific spot and say, stay here. Stay here. And go off and do your thing, and then warp back. You could use it in combat. Like, it's just, it's kind of hard to overestimate how extremely useful the frickin' pyramids were. It was a great gameplay feature, and broken as hell. But it was one of those, it's as exactly as broke as you make it kind of deals, which I tend to be in favor of. You know what I mean? Like, how much you decide to break the game over your knee is completely on you and how you decide to use that mechanic. The game's not built around it in any real sense. It's just there. Honestly, yeah, Lord Harriman. We will debate the balancing issues of classes in Dragon Ages when we get there. Okay, so. There's Joinal. Interesting. And yeah, there does not appear to be any kind of layers here. Whoop, 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 whoop. We can mark the map? Can we mark it twice? That's a positive, and I mean that with sincerity. It's funny because of the many games we've reviewed lately, I've wanted the ability to mark the map in all of them, and I've only been able to do so once, which was in Bloodstained. The vanilla Bloodstained. So, that's neat. I'm with that. Yay. Yeah, multiple markers on maps, which you can label yourself. Yes. Yeah, I label the crap out of my map in Metroid Dread. I do it in Breath of the Wild. Hell, I do Pokemon markers in Pokemon, but that's not really... It's a similar concept, right? Being able to mark that stuff, that is awesome. And I could be like...
Might be useful. This place wasn't built for the living.
Well, it's really simple, Hazardous. So, he was born with a really, really bad bone disorder. And so he couldn't quite walk at full speed, so instead he just kind of limps along a little bit at this weird kind of halfway pace. Exactly, Blake Duvall. It makes perfect sense. But even if it wasn't, you know, something that made sense in character or in universe or whatever, the fact of the matter is, it's a gameplay convenience that should probably exist in most games that have, you know, a map. Alright, so I know it's been funny turning off all the lights, but I'm playing on an OLED and I can barely see the screen at this point. So let's try to get some more lighting going on, shall we? We don't have the light spell. And we don't have really good dark vision at this party because I'm playing a Dragonborn. We do have a torch. It's right there, and I'm going to deliberately not loot it. No, I won't be a dick this time. Just this once. Where'd the torch go? Where's... Okay. How did I loot that? The Dark Urge. Oh, God. Oh, God. Imagine if you could pick a backstory where instead of being like a mass murderer or whatever the Dark Urge actually is, you have to steal. Like, you're a kleptomaniac. And you have to steal. And so, like, you automatically loot stuff, so you have to be careful where you're walking, because if you're walking through, like, a town or a shop... yeah, the kleptorge. Exactly. Oh, check it out. I'm dual wielding. I'm dual wielding torches. All right. I do like that that's a thing there. So let's, Oh my god, this inventory. Alright, hang on. Let's do type. Can I have an outline for things I'm not proficient in? Just assume. Oh my god, inventory. Alright, so let's do a short sword. Let's do that. Dude, my character would totally grab both things and just start doing the glow stick thing, you know. Let's see here. Do we have any armor? Is this armor I can wear? It is, but it's not any better. But it looks better, and that's the important part. Scale mail is +2 limiter, so we'll look at that in a minute. Yeah, directing air traffic. Oh, that's funny, Retu. That's hilarious. Why am I orange? Well, because I'm wearing leather. Unless you mean in real life. Believe it or not, this is actually pretty close to my normal skin tone. The color you're seeing right now on the stream is really close to accurate colors for real life. So I'm tan. That's how I always have been. The Arshingonian. I didn't mean to! I didn't mean to! Okay, so we've got... do we have any other armor? Does other armor exist? I guess we have slots. What do we got here? We've got... Can't even tell what those are. Looks like necklace, rings, gloves, cloak, and helmet. Okay. I know it's weird, but just know. Probably because I do plenty of exercise and I get plenty of sun. Let's skip all of that. Whatever. Alright, next. So I heard someone talk about the fact that there's an arrow button. The arrow. There's no arrow, though. I've been lied to. That means it's time to make a potion of healing, which costs a salt of rogue's morsel and any suspension. I do remember you, Black Viper. I understand RL being busy. Lord knows I understand that. I will be, of course, uploading this VOD to YouTube. In fact, the first VOD's already on YouTube. We only spent 2 hours in the character creator. I'm very proud of that. I hope you're enjoying. No, I'm actually kind of with you. So, other than, you know, morons have obviously been comparing this game to Skyrim because they're stupid. But I would say the vibe I'm most getting from this game is DOS 2. But the second most vibe I'm getting is Dragon Age Origins. A lot of the structure of the game, I'm not making that up, RLS. The structure of this game is, it feels very Dragon Age Origins. The specifics of the events and the narrative is completely different, but like, think about this for a second. Alright, so we're going through something traumatic and horrifying, and oh crap, we've just barely recovered to the point, but there's something different about us that makes us a little bit more unique, and we meet a couple of the other people who survived the same thing that we just went through. Alright, now we've got this, like, this tutorial area to go through. It's very quick, very brief dungeon kind of thing, almost entirely focused on combat. Once we've gotten through the tutorial thing area, it's okay, now we go to the actual first zone, which is mostly open and has some little side quests we can do, and a single dungeon, which is structured just for us. And you can see how this kind of ties in with the Origins and then Ostagar, right? Like, we're functionally in Ostagar right now. And you get the idea. I'm with it, by the way. That's not in any way a detriment. I don't think we're at Lothering yet. I think we're about to be at Lothering. I think when we finish this dungeon, we will reach the Lothering section. If I was to guess on the matter. And that's true. KOTOR 1 actually has near identical structure.
Someone's left a trap out for us.
To Dragon Age Origins. It's just Dragon Age Origins does it really well.
The text on the plaque is a mystery to you.
Well, we can't disarm the trap. So there's only one thing to do. We have to do the old version of disarming the traps. Everyone come over here.
Careful.
You come here.
One step at a time.
You open this thing. No, just open it.
But someone doesn't want visitors.
Okay. So, like... That's an interesting dagger. Time has dampened the spear. Excuse me, that's a spear? It's a sheen. It is a spear. There it is. It's a thrown spear. But the center glows a faint blue. The magic it exudes feels cold, terrible, and divine. The spear was given to its previous owner for its unerring loyalty, even after death. There's also a key. Nice. Take everything. Also, run! Run! Run for your life!
Elminster's not around.
Run! Run! You should probably get it, God Emperor's finest. Run! Run!
Roots and blades, always sharp.
You stay behind, because you're basically my tank, because you're a cleric. I have stepped on its surface. Yep. Oh, okay. She's fine. She's fine. Everything's fine. She's on fire, but she's fine. Hang on, let me cast Rain. Oh, wait. Wrong game, sorry. It's Croatia! Do I have? I do not.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, why don't you get out of the fire? First step. Removal of fire. Pop a potion, would you? Thank you.
Well,
Turn.
shall we?
Lovely day, this. For now.
Yeah, the traps are going off, but we're way over here now. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
Is that blood? No. Never mind.
Oh, see? We're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Thank you, Croatia. I do appreciate you, as always. If you'd like to put that towards something, please let me know. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Yes, we literally just outrun the explosion down the hallway. That's exactly what just happened. Okay. So,
Moving ahead.
Oh, forgive me.
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
Did he just say I'm cursed to put my hands on everything? Okay. That's a thing to say. Yeah, let's give everyone a short rest, shall we? We've totally rested.
Welcome, rest.
You're welcome. You got it, Croatia. Give me one moment. Let me jot all that down. A fourth wall? No, I don't think so. Gothic. Mass Effect. Andromeda. And, of course, Planescape Torment. A game with terrible gameplay. But, you know, most of the old CRPGs have pretty bad gameplay. Alright, so. What have we got in here? This guy, this looks like my friend. My buddy. I don't know, Blitzerball. It's kind of hard to tell. Lose weight fast. Ask me how.
No traps, please. Armed scribes, but no sign of a struggle.
Hang on.
What was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection?
That's an interesting sentence. Oh, I meant to clarify something earlier, because Blade Javal brought up something, and he was correct to do so. I don't actually know anything about this game. I'm walking in extraordinarily blind. So if you hear me joking about, oh, it's such and such, or whatever, then what I'm probably doing is joking. Because, yeah, I know the setting pretty freaking well. I've literally done a lore run of it. And you know how strict I am about requiring knowing something to do a lore run of it.
Something good here, I hope.
Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, I know this setting so well, there's a pretty good chance I've already picked up on several things. And I say unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, because on the one hand, that kind of sucks, but on the other hand, that could be used really well for foreshadowing. That could be used as a kind of a thing to indicate, to reward long-time players who actually know what's happening, and be like, oh, that's a such and such. Like, to use a very made-up example, if you're walking along and someone is like, there's a sled flying down in the background, and you just see this like vague thing falling. It's like, aha, it was his sled, because you actually know the setting. I know that's a terrible example, but you get my point. So this looks like out. Back to that. I need to write down some other things while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, his sled just gave the whole game away. I understand completely. So yeah, the Dark Urge, and there's several other things that make me go, it was the sled of Shar. Yeah, like, I kept banging on about the fact that she's a follower of Shar, and I'm like, you're evil because you're a follower of Shar. You know what Shar followers like to do? This is not a joke. They like to kidnap people and torture them to death. That's normal. That's a thing that they just do to venerate Shar. And yeah, exactly. We literally saw Ball's symbol earlier, where I got the ball spawn thing from. But I don't know if that's actually a thing or not, because, well, I don't want to go too much into it, but let's just say the ball spawn shouldn't be anymore. There shouldn't be any. They're gone. They're done. That was literally over a century ago.
This must be ancient. No one worships the final scribe anymore.
Yeah, so this is a statue of Jurgle, by the way. You're probably thinking, okay, that doesn't mean anything to me. But it means something to me, because I know who Jurgle is. No, she is a follower of Shar. I mean, I think you can literally see that in her character scene. I could be wrong. I swear it said somewhere that she's a follower of Shar. Maybe she said it in her origin thing. She's like, oh, yeah, there it is. Deity. Shar, right there. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Jurgle. So, Jurgle, okay. Really, really, really briefly. There was a deity of death. He hated his job. And then 3 assholes found him and were like, hey, give us your power. And Jurgle's like, okay. Because he hated his job and he was bored with being a deity. So they're like, oh, sweet. And the three adventurers who found him were Ball, Merkel, and Bane, I believe was the trio. The dead trio. They've actually mentioned them in the loading screens of this very game. So they took parts of his domain and divided it amongst themselves, and they're all horrifically evil jackasses. Jurgle was not evil. And I know that sounds strange because he was the god of death, but no, he was kind of the paperwork god. There's a reason he's got a frickin' quill and a pen right there, because that's Jurgle, right? There's also a thing with Kelemvor I don't want to get into right now. I don't want to go into that. Seems like a thing I can do.
On I go.
Well, it's the reason I don't want to go too much into. Oh my God, Doctor. The reason I don't want to go too much into Jurgle and his history and all that is because there's a lot of asterisks attached to that. Because that story was a while ago. That's like ancient history at this point. That story has developed several times since then.
Let's move. Here we go.
What? What?
Hells. Something just woke up down here.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay.
The darkness can be to our advantage.
It's fine. It's actually funny how many deities in Forgotten Realms used to be non-deities. But that makes sense. They're not really divine. They're just... I've said this so many times. Deities in Forgotten Realms is just another layer. It's another tier up, right? And it's one of the things I like about that system. They have jobs, they have requirements. They have to fulfill those jobs, or else there are consequences for that. Yeah, it's a job opening, exactly right. Like, obviously, oh my god. J-Boy here, Dargle here, was like, eh. But some people actively go out of their way to try and claim those titles. And some people definitely want to get rid of it as quickly as humanly possible. Yeah, they also remind me a bit of the Loa over in Warcraft. AO, let's not even talk about AO. What do I want to do with you? Why don't you... Well, these are undead, which means I can't crit them. Sucks. Why can't I crit undead or constructs? Yes, I know the reasoning why. I just never agreed with it. Let's do this.
See me?
Back off for a minute.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Let's... play a tune to delight those around you. Yet Mistra is all three Mistras, like it's a whole thing. How do gods get bored of being gods? Well, because it's their job to do their job. So they just, like, I don't even understand that question. Haven't you ever gotten bored of a job before? It's not like they were built to do the job. It's not like they're actually divine. They were just doing their job. I mean, there's a lot of evidence that many mysteries. There's a lot of evidence that most of the gods that were around before the Time of Troubles weren't the original gods either. And considering we can go back to the Primordial era, and then we could go back to the the Overgod era, and it's just, yeah. So, point being, they're dumb. Let's do you. And now let's get Bardic Inspiration to you. Yeah, when death is your portfolio, you got a lot to do. I still have no spells, really. What do you mean, Giga? Explain it ain't. Why don't you wait here, actually?
Lance board is set.
Yeah, imagine that every time someone dies, you have to deal with that. Kratz Ventures. You know, maybe that's how they died, where they go. You have to judge them. You have to catalog it. You gotta make sure their soul ends up where they're supposed to go. There's so much paperwork. God. Yeah, I just noticed, I literally was just talking about being irritable at the fact that you can't crit the undead, and I just crit an undead. That's not a complaint, I just find that interesting. Because you should be able to crit the undead, damn it. The old reasoning, by the way. it was partially a balancing, but the old reasoning was undead and constructs don't have organs. Therefore, you can't crit them because there's nothing to crit, which I don't agree with. You're already visible, aren't you? Yeah, let's go and swap. It was one of the first, what do you call it? House rules I ever came up with as a GM was you can crit undead and constructs. Oh, I don't know, Giga. I guess I just don't understand the question, so I'm just going to say the Loa over in Warcraft, which aren't gods, which is kind of what I enjoy about them. There's a wonderful layer of politics and bartering to the Loa in Warcraft, which I find fantastic. No, I literally just swapped this very second. He's been stabbing up until now. It's slightly better positioned here. I need you to have better initiative, lady. That's what I need from you. To my knowledge, no, Avengers. I can double check that very easily. All I have to do is say 5th edition. Let's go with a zombie. Or no, a skeleton. Let's just look up a skeleton stats right now. I've never even heard of that, but what is it? So a skeleton. Give me a second. Doesn't actually say. Interesting. Maybe they got rid of that rule in 5th edition. Oh! I have heard of it, Valkychar. I know the one. I just didn't recognize the name. I have not played the demo. I don't even know it had a demo. Oh yeah, speaking of things I don't appreciate about 5th edition, the way they do crits. There's like 5 different ways to do crit damage. 5th edition's is, in my opinion, literally the worst way to do crit damage. It's very simple. You get to roll an extra dice for the attack's damage against the target. So if you are striking for 1d4, you do 2d4. That's it. That's a crit. Notice that has nothing to do with bonuses or modifiers. So if you do 1d4 plus 20, then you do 2d4 plus 20. That's it. That's a crit. That's pathetic. I'm sorry, but that's it. Now, there's also... So there's 2 other variants which I've used. I've bounced between them for a bit. There's the double the dice, then add the modifiers. So in other words, the 1d4, you roll a 4, so now it's 8, and you just do 8 damage plus 20. Or you double everything, in which case you roll a 4 plus 20, you're doing 48 damage. And you can see why the specifics of the ruling on this matter, as I just gave the examples thereof. Because I could either do 26 damage, 24 damage, or excuse me, 28 damage, or 48 damage, depending on how I do the dice rolls, how I do the crit thing. So it varies, right? So I usually do the last thing, where you double everything. That's my preferred favorite. The bonus point there is you're probably thinking, oh, that sounds overpowered. No, it actually balances itself out pretty well, especially since the enemies can do that too. Anyways, I don't know what to do with her, because this is a weird and terrible situation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up here, I guess. Right about there.
Got to press on.
And then let's go ahead and do like a free action here, essentially. Oh yeah, I should have Turn Undead at this point, which I don't have on my bar. Of course I don't, but I do have Turn Undead. Of course I have turn undead. Why wouldn't I have turn undead? That's crazy talk. One of the menu options is called Illithid Powers. I'm not saying anything, it's just one of the menu options is called Illithid Powers. There it is, turn undead. I really need this on the bar somewhere. I am not running any mods, no. I was going to, and then I saw what modding takes, and I was like, no.
The witching hour.
You,
Step by step.
Keep them guessing.
Survival is all that matters.
I don't know if I agree with that. My character says a lot of things I don't agree with. Weird.
I've got one. Life-ridden cur.
I mean, literally, you're a skeleton. It's kind of normal.
Ready. Got to move.
Very well. A lot of effort to hide one sarcophagus.
Here lies the guardian of tombs. Through knowledge comes atonement.
Can I? Yep, there's Speak with Dead. Get off my bar. Get off my bar. Just get off my bar, please. I mean, I've played Arcanum in Oceans. The ability to click attack is kind of superfluous when you could literally just click the enemy to do a basic attack. Okay, so kill it. Kill it. Kill it. We need to kill this guy, like, right now. Just right now. He needs to be dead.
So he has spoken, and so thou standest before me. Right, as always. What a curious way to awaken. Now, I have a question for thee. What is the worth of a single mortal's life?
Well, mortals are the food for the deities. Deities keep the setting going, so we're kind of the underpinnings of everything. That's supposed to be my answer to that. No? Okay, cool. I notice how I can't answer the question. I could also attack him here. Let's see what you guys want me to do here. How many of you picked attack? I like how the dialogue is, I'm a little spooked by the crawling out of the tomb bit. What are you? But actually what it was he hovered out of the tomb. You gotta be specific, man. Alright, looks like we're going with 1.
Curiosity. Nothing more. Wilt thou answer my question?
Sure.
So, I ask again, what is the worth of a single mortal life?
I've already answered this, but cool. So, let's look... Oh, geez, there's some options here. Okay, there's 9 options. Mortals live to die, to be slaughtered. Or, my life is worth little as my blood calls me to harm others. Or, no one life is worth more than any other. We are all equal. Or, that depends on a person's deed, which means lives are very variable in value. Or, lives' only value is as currency. Doesn't matter to me otherwise. Or, each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for. Or, the only life that matters is mine. Or, it depends. Or, a life is only as worth as much as the legends remember it. I gotta choose carefully. So that's our background choice. That's our class choice. The only life that matters is mine. Damashi's pure evil. Kill him. I would probably go with if you put a gun in my heart, I'd go with 2, 3. So I am worthless because, you know, I'm evil. No one life is worth any more than all others. Each life is of infinite value and merits sacrificing everything for. Or the Bard option. I'm kind of leaning towards this one. Or this one. 2 or 6. I'm not picking 9. Let's do 6.
And thus, balance is achieved. If all are at war, none can win. Very well. I am satisfied. We have met, and I know thy face. We will see each other again at the proper time and place.
Okay.
Farewell.
Who are you? Who were you? He's just leaving. He's just leaving. A level 1 skeleton. But he is immune to control undead. That's cool. He can only carry 100 pounds. His AC is 10.
Much changed.
Right. Yeah, but that...
These chambers are much changed.
Anything
Yeah,
of use?
I'm gonna steal all your guys' stuff, just, you know. Fine, I guess I'll loot. Making me loot. Ugh. Look at this crap. Look at this crap. Ugh, I had to get gold and a soul coin, which can power infernal engines.
A strange coin. I wonder what it's worth.
But we don't have her in the party. Although maybe we'll meet her soon. Yeah, no, that guy's totally a jergalite, no question. Even his answer to my answer is very jerky. Jump! Where's the jump button? Right. I flourish! Oh, never mind. Jump, jump, jump. Sorry. Just... There were several abilities like this in DOS 2, but like just seeing you do it by just... It's Diablo 2 all over again. Is there voice of authority? I don't think I believe you. Why would you lie to me about this? There's a highlight characters button. No, left alt doesn't highlight interactables. Left alt highlights some lootables. Yeah, it's exactly. It's picky about what it actually highlights. There is apparently, however, that button, which turns on highlighting for characters. I'm just going to leave that on. That's a toggle, for some reason. Unlike this. Alright, whatever. Let's go this way.
What a mess.
Hi, Withers. Do you mind if I open this door? Thanks. Appreciate you.
Looks like someone wanted to bury their secrets.
Yeah, the reason I didn't use it is I looked at the list. I'm like, that looks really bad. And yeah.
This book is far lighter than it should be with such a massive lock.
I use Arcane. My extreme knowledge of the Arcane. Oh, God, DC 15. Yeah, I could totally do that. Hey, could you guidance me for free infinitely forever? Thank you. Yay.
As the lock opens, a loose page comes with it. Magic pulses from the parchment. What was once script is now an obliterated scrawl. You have a sense these are names, a list. But of what?
Okay.
Gods. These are the names of gods, once lost but now restored after the Second Sundering. Entire pantheons have dwindled and been reborn, silently recorded by this book.
Uh-huh. That's funny. I was literally just talking about that. I wasn't kidding. The gods, the deities of Forgotten Realms kind of rotate semi-regularly. The game heard me and was like, oh, here, I got you back, buddy. We also got a Ray of Enfeeblement. Oh, yeah. So here's something really weird. We'll talk. Remind me to show off something when we level up next, okay? It's a weird thing, and I don't really know what to make of it. Other than that, it's weird, and I don't know what to make of it. Whoa! Lag. Well, it's weird, and I don't know what to make of it. Okay, hang on. I got this! Charge! It's fine. Ugh. Okay, we're all dead. Cool. Yes, I am, Damashi. Let's see. What is that? I mean, it does. It looks like Divinity Original Sin. That's exactly what their dungeons look like. Yeah, the prize, if we made it through. It's okay, the cleric lived through one hit. Okay, let's get out of here.
Best be on my way. Let's see.
I think we're done down here. So we met the Jurgalite. Here's... I kind of hope not Lord Harriman, but I suppose we'll see. So, okay. Does this feel like DOS 2 with D&D, or D&D with DOS 2? I would say DOS 2 with D&D, and to be clear about how I'm phrasing that, in my mind, this is more DOS than it is D&D. It is DOS 2.
Love's waiting for you once this is all over.
You know what? That is not the easiest of questions for me to answer.
You mean just waiting? Like a lovesick puppy? Short-term amusements are much less hassle.
Okay, we're not romancing her, apparently. It was more like DOS 2 in the D&D setting, is how I would probably phrase that. Hey, I recognize her. I wonder if we could kill her here. We could kill them all. We could kill on! Killing is bad, and we shouldn't do it. No, wrong button. So, I did that on purpose. I wanted to see if they would jump too, or if I had to shepherd them down like cats. The fact that they jumped down too is actually kind of nice. That's a neat little quality of life feature. Yeah, but DOS 2 does slog a bit at certain points, especially if you're going to combat. The reason I don't ding DOS 2 as much for that is because it's really easy. Easy is the wrong word. It's really possible to bypass an inordinate amount of the combat in DOS 2. Having said that, DOS 2 definitely has some slog issues. I dinged the game for it and everything. Like, honestly, probably the best part of DOS 2 is the initial island. And then the first act, the first real act, yeah, okay, it's really, really good. And then it just kind of goes down in quality from there onwards. True in most games.
No, we take it to the grove.
So, hi. I'll walk up peacefully.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
And if it escapes, how will you... Oh, a guest.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move. yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them.
Well, I do love listening to Nazis, so we can attack them. Of course, we can kill them. We can kill them. Sorry. We could say this creature's dangerous. Get out of here. Leave this to me. Deception check. We could do a persuasion check. Shoot it down. We must kill it before it harms someone. We could do a bard deception check. Oh, God! You've caught a scout. The Gith invasion force is right behind me. Save yourselves! Now, to be clear, I would never pick this option. But I would say it's actually pretty hard for me to fail that dice roll.
Hells, this isn't worth it. I'm out of here.
Run!
Gawking, get me down.
So, okay, before the dialogue popped up, you probably noticed I was opening my mouth, because what I was about to say was, say please! In case you can't read, the second option there is, say please.
Never.
You're not gonna say please? You seriously? Okay, bye.
Observe and listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
As you say.
Broken. Must have been here a while. I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
I'm actually debating. I need to write down banter. Thank you for reminding me. I mean, I was just talking to my brother-in-law earlier during my lunch break. You know what I like most about DOS 2? And I mean that. You're probably thinking, oh, it's the narrative and the story. No, it's the gameplay. But it's specifically one specific aspect of the gameplay, and that's that almost every situation has, on average, 4 ways through it. And if you understand how I said that, it's because I said the words on average, which means there's several situations where there's more than 4 ways through it. And I pulled up one from the fort off the top of my head, where I could come up with 9 different ways to get through a specific quest, just from memory. That was what really sold me on DOS 2. There's so many ways to progress through the path. I actually have a term for it. All roads lead to Rome. Speaking of which, let's write that down while we're at it. But for the sake of the review, I'll go ahead and let out the literal Nazi.
What's up for discussion?
Questionable intellect. Unsurprising. Release me, or enjoy a future as Geich.
So what's a geek?
Mind flayers. The atrocities we are becoming.
So, there's no hope, right? Like, we just kill ourselves right now?
I know a remedy. Release me and I will share it.
That sounds like every kind of a lie. Ooh, there's a mushroom.
So, we've picked up a wizard who managed to get stuck in his own portal. Hardly a promising introduction.
Enough dawdling. Get me down.
I can't seem to target the rope lady, so... hang on, I saw it for a second there. Come on, I just saw it for just a second. Oh, there we go. There.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
Why are you the good person? You worship Shar! Okay. So I know what a creche is, and that's a terrible idea, but my character, of course, has never heard of a creche, so he's gonna be like, yay, let's do it. So fine, let's go find this stupid creche.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Oh, that would be you, obviously.
Very well, but heed my words.
The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there.
Okay, hang on. Okay, so that's not what I thought would happen. Let's reload here. She's a Githyanki, Lord Harrimont. They're Nazis. It really is the simplest and easiest way to explain them. The only good thing about Githyanki is they go way out of their way to kill Illithids. So imagine if, like, just bear with me for a second. Imagine with, like, in real life, there's, I don't know, Darkspawn. Okay? So there's Darkspawn in real life, and the Nazis like killing Darkspawn. Okay? So, as you can tell, there is now exactly one positive trait about the Nazis, and that's the fact that they're killing the Darkspawn. And they love killing. It's like if they have got a whole thing, a whole culture built around killing Darkspawn. Or in this case, Illithids. Yeah, the Gith... Okay, so whatever. Be free.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the...
Yeah, hang on a second. Hey, Asterion. Go away. Except we're in a conversation.
My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Yep, Definitely gonna join you. Let me just walk over here. Alright, back to you. So, fine, whatever.
You may as well suggest a wyvern bow to worms. The cure I offer will suffice as thanks.
Githzerai are okay. The Githzerai are... There's been several decent Githzerai. But the Githyanki, not so much. Now, the worst part is a lot of people don't know the difference between the two. And, to continue this analogy a little bit, the Githzerai are kind of the Germans to the Githyanki's Nazis. I know that's not a perfect parallel, but you get the idea, right? So you can see how a lot of people kind of confuse the two in universe, and that has caused issues. Alright, let's go.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior.
Okay.
These boots have seen everything.
You, Asterion. You're worthless. Get out of my party.
So, we've picked up a wizard who managed to get stuck in his own portal. Darling, I'm hurt. I thought we had something special.
Go away, please.
Well, you know where to find me.
Thank you.
Has the error of your ways become clear?
Oh, by all means, enlighten me, Meatfist. Why are the Githyanki Nazis? God, I don't even know where to start with that. The Githyanki are mass enslaving, mass murdering, evil jackasses, whose only redeeming trait is the fact that they kill Illithids. They look down upon every other race because they are the master race. And, are they worse than the Drow? That's actually a tough question. Believe it or not. I mean, he's a rogue, Ventures, but he also sucks. Literally, he's a vampire. Yeah, let's go.
You have made an ally from Crpgs. Few know such fortune. Call me Lae'zel.
I'll trust your judgment, but I won't trust her. Not until I've gotten the measure of her.
You've a sharp tongue, elf. Would that your mind proved its equal.
Half-elf. I suppose the finer details are lost on a creature like you.
Come. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zoru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. We will ask this Zoru where he has seen my kin.
Oh yeah, while we're on the subject, or rather not on the subject at all, but it's just something I've been noticing. Have you noticed that some of these lines were recorded at a different time, in a different environment, like different recording setup than the other ones? I'm actually curious if anybody else has noticed it. I've done a lot of work with voice work because, you know, I'm voice director for the theater stuff and the rewrite stuff. So I noticed that stuff instantly, but it's been pretty constant, like, throughout this whole thing. It's interesting. Yeah, but everybody knows the German example, Meatfist. Like, if I say these people are the oh god, the Zoroastrians, nobody's gonna know what the hell I'm talking about.
Assume nothing.
Oh, right. Hang on. Let's said I do this. So let's save. Okay, so.
Oh, action, not reaction.
That's what I thought. Alright, so. Let's test the other thing. Oh my god, suddenly different difficulty. Now let's level. Interesting. That feels like a band-aid. So I can change difficulty on the fly at will, which is a positive. But I cannot multi-class on easy. But these two things run into each other immediately because it'll take me seconds to switch the difficulty up, level, and then switch the difficulty right back down. So what's the point? Why does that limitation even exist? That's why I say it feels like a band-aid. Or something they changed their mind on, you know, partially through development. Real talk, that's actually where I heard of Zoroastrianism, excuse me, originally. Yeah, no, it's a very pointless limit. It's something that's extraordinarily easy to... Here, I'll prove it. She's a paladin! She's now a paladin. Check it out. And then we can just go back here and turn it back down. And we're back on easy. Why? But yeah, no, it feels like an oversight that wasn't worth the effort to fix. That's exactly what it feels like. It's very strange. I'm not going to ding it. It's just strange. Like I said, it is legitimately unusual. I imagine they fell into what I'm going to refer to as the trap that a lot of games do, and try to restrict what players have access to on easy modes as a punishment for selecting easy mode, which is very, very common in game design. And then they decided to back off from that, either because of feedback, or because they changed their minds, or whatever. But because it was already there and a thing, they did this band-aid to fix it, rather than, you know, just got rid of it, right? Either way, I actually want you to be a fighter, so... We'll get Action Surge, which is ridiculous. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking it is, Blade Jamal. Because I know several people are like, you don't want to overwhelm players, but multi-classing is not complicated in 5th edition. You go back to 2nd edition, and yeah, sure, that's kind of weird, because multi-classing was a whole thing back in 2nd edition, but now it's just pick another class to level. Just add a level in another class. And if you saw, there was actually a pop-up that explained it in brief, and of course there's plenty of tooltips that are like, hey, there's this and this and that, and No, I don't believe players are that stupid. So I think it's the Band-Aid thing I mentioned. Ah, that's funny, Kiro noise. That you're gonna have to explain that one, Voice of Authorito. Like experience penalties, which vary based on classes or based on races, and each race can only multi-class without penalties in certain specific classes. You say that's 3rd edition. Oh, I know what you're referencing. You're right. I thought that was 2.5 and not 3, though. I'm probably wrong. Because I usually played 3.5 because, 3rd edition sucked. But then again, 2nd edition sucked, and so did 1st edition, so what the hell do I know? I'm just trying to get rid of as many viewers as possible here. Hang on, what other things can I say here? Let's see. Old stuff sucks, and it's terrible. Baldur's Gate 1 is a crap game. There we go, okay. Baldur's Gate 2 is a crap game. Any questions? Although David Warner is just fantastic. I have nothing bad to say about that. What do you got equipped? You got a longsword. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here to drop the bombs. I'm just trying to generate that, what do you call it? The YouTube drama. I'm not even a YouTuber. AD&D... Okay, so I keep calling it 1st edition, but it's worth noting there's no such thing as 1st edition. It's more like... God, there were, what, like 6 editions that are all technically 1st edition? Because it was before they started doing that, before they really started numbering them. And then Advanced Dungeons & Dragons came out, and then there was like a 2.5, and then they finally, like, did a massive overhaul after all the crap went down with, I forget the name of the company. And then that's when 3rd edition came out, which kind of tried to reset the board a bit. And then after 3rd edition, they started codifying things with 3.5, and then that's where we're at now. But TSR, that's them.
One day I'll catch a break.
So yeah, when I say 1st edition, I mean all that crap. Yes, even chainmail.
I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
God, she has so much more health than I do. Yeah, TSR had no idea what they were doing, and God, it showed. No, I literally just demonstrated that golden ratio, just to prove that it's a thing.
Open the gate, you stubborn bastard! Open the bloody gate!
Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders!
That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
So I'm betting we can be evil here. I'm curious how we can be evil here.
The 9 hells! Open the gates!
Well, shoot. We're just watching all this. No, Ben Smack. I haven't played D&D since my troubles began.
Damnable roach!
Who's this guy? Oh, never mind. I recognize him.
And suffer its sting.
We're still missing a party member, though. The Tiefling. You could side with the goblins. Why? They don't give a crap.
I'll bleed every last one of you!
So Hells, the 9 Hells are an actual place. They're part of the Outer Realms. That's where the lawful evil side of the spectrum goes. There's things to it. I'm not going to go into detail. There's a place. It's a physical place. You can go there. It's different from the Abyss. That's the chaotic evil place. The Abyss is much worse than the Hells in several ways. Okay, so we've got... Oh, these got... okay, so these are minions. The Warg, that's... And a Bugbear. Ooh, a Warg, a Bugbear, and a Boss. Okay. Yeah, the 9 Hells definitely didn't come from Dante's Inferno. Ignore the fact that the bottom layer is frozen. Anyway, so... Among other similarities. But yeah, time. Ever since the move, I have not had time for anything, Ben Smack. I wake up early and I stay up late, just trying to keep up right now. It's, yeah. It's a thing. Why don't we send you down into the melee? That feels like a good idea. So let's rush on down here. And, so short rest gets us back that. Sorry, I'm just looking at what she yowed. Not quite enough range for that. That's funny. Dr. Winter. Oh yeah, Blade Jamal. I mean, look at this. I moved this entire setup 2 stories down, and then moved my sister 1 story up, and I got all that done yesterday. I'd call that productive. And I didn't get any, like, other work done, like on the rewrites or whatever, but still. I'm sore as hell today. It's one of the reasons I took some more pain pills a minute ago. Let's do... anything. Fine. Let's poke. Are you in range? Nope. You are, though.
Where do I go from here?
I wouldn't call the Gith orcs. I would call the Gith Nazis. I've already done that. But they're from another dimension, to be very specific. So someone asked something about Baldur's Gate. Hang on. I missed the question. Although I did see someone... Who's worse, Lolth or Shar? Lolth. Lolth is worse, not just because she's a terrible, awful person. Oh, hang on. We got a bot. You got a bot. Why do they keep moving the ban option? Seriously, why do you keep moving the ban thing? Oh my god, what are you doing? Ban! Jesus Christ, Twitch. Interface design. Have you heard of it? Alright, so... Lost my train of thought now. Lolth is worse. She's irritating and just awful. She's horribly evil, but I think the thing that makes Lolth worse for me personally is the fact that she just won't go away. Do you know how many stories center around frickin' Lolth? I'll give you an answer. Way too many.
There! A miserable pile of secretion!
It's just irritating. Yeah, they don't do much with Tiamat. You know what? That's true. That's true. But Tiamat, I mean, Tiamat was in the recent module, the one that kicked off 5th edition. I say recent, it was like 5 years ago. And... not a lot else I can think of off the top of my head. That was it. That was it. Czar. I knew someone asked something about Baldur's Gate. I couldn't remember what it was. Thank you for repeating yourself. So, did I romance anyone in Baldur's Gate 1? Let's start with the obvious answer. No. Did I romance anyone in Baldur's Gate 2? So, I've actually replayed Baldur's Gate 2 several times. And we're going to send you up here, I think. And the first time, I naturally romanced Viconia. Because I was a teenager when Baldur's Gate 2 came out. I was in high school. So, don't judge. Don't judge. Now, what's funny about that, though, is I was rather disappointed with that particular romance, to the point where I was like, wait, really? That's it? And so I was not overly impressed with it. So I said, okay, nope, no problem. So that romance sucked. So on my second playthrough, I romanced Crying Girl, whose entire character trait is the fact that she's really sad about her wings. That didn't last. I've never romanced Jaheira, because why would I? Because I just do not have the balance. So what I'm trying to say is all of the romance options in Baldur's Gate 2 suck. Any questions?
I don't fancy their chances.
And no, I didn't romance Edwina. It's okay. I've got a sewing kit. I helped them out with their outfit, which is a little tight in the upper chest area. Why would I play a female? In all honesty, back then I didn't really play female characters that much. In fact, one of the first games where I ever played a female character was KOTOR. What was the benefit to replay Baldur's Gate 2? I just mostly wanted to see some other routes on some of the quests. I've actually never played all the way through Baldur's Gate 2 a third time. I did it once back in the day, and then I did it once for the Rumination, which was also many years ago at that point, and that's it. As I mentioned before, even then, even when Baldur's Gate 2 was brand new, I was not a fan of the gameplay of that series. Let's go with... I still haven't had a long rest. Let's go with this. Okay, so that missed completely. That's cool. I'm curious why that happened, but sure. Gotta get off this grease.
My sickle and sword, strike them down!
He's got the heal Eldritch Blast, apparently. That guy is just holding. Jesus, look at that. Yeah, why would you romance functionally your sister? I mean, it's Persona 5. If you know, you know. Alright, get down there! You still can't make... Okay, could you... Okay, fine. Dash. Do it. Commit. Get down there. Jesus. No, keep going. Ignore that guy. Keep going. Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. She's literally our half sister. I thought she was only like a we grew up together kind of sister. You know, it's okay because we're not literally biologically related.
Nothing will stand in my way.
No, I mean this thing. This screen right here, Damashi. The map. Not the terrain design. Not the overworld design. Not the encounter design. Map. You could play it in real time, Mr. Floyd? Would be my answer to that. Hey, lucky roll. I think I actually know what you're talking about, Mr. Floyd predicted. But, so, I know I'm in the minority on this, but I prefer turn-based over real-time with pause. I've never liked real-time with pause. It's just not my thing. It just doesn't gel in my brain the same way. There's one exception to that, and that's Neverwinter Nights 1. And Neverwinter Nights 1 is just a really, really smooth video game on a lot of ways, so I think that's part of why I'm willing to give that one a pass. I mean, that's Larian in a nutshell. Do you know they're from Belgium? You know what I mean. And you're probably thinking, why is that relevant? Well, I don't want to go into that. There's no way to talk about that without getting polemic. Let's just say that I'm glad that a studio sat down and said, we really want to make a good game. And then did. And then it sold. They actually really... So they were making games for years. Larian's been around since '96. Until they made DOS 1, which was actually their big success story. Don't mistake me, they'd been making money before then. By the way, I highly recommend you try out Divinity Dragon Commander if you're interested in one of their older titles. It's one I can personally vouch for. But the point is, nothing they did really sold particularly well until DOS 1. But the thing about DOS 1 is that DOS 1, while it's a bit of a rough game, was so difficult and costly and expensive to put together that it almost didn't get made at all. They kind of had to like stretch themselves out in the company's going to shut down if this doesn't sell kind of a way. Now it sold because it was a good game. So, hey, and they earned a bunch of goodwill with that. So they came out with DOS 2, which sold bonkers good, and now here we are. But I'm mentioning all of this because it's just gratifying to see a company that just wants to make a good freaking game and did, and then it sold. You know? That is less common than I would like it to be. Hey, Letterallis, thank you always. Always appreciate. Much obliged. If you want to put that towards something, do please let me know. Oh, no, they killed whatever his name was. They will. They always do. I've talked about this before. Every gaming company starts off with passion and drive. And they want to make a great game, and then they do, and it sells, and they make a better game, and it sells better, and they make a better game, and then it sells better. And then a bunch of holding companies and or executive assholes say, hey, we'll give you a bunch of money if you sell your company to us. And they say, sure, what could possibly go wrong with that? And then, and that's the end of that company. This has happened consistently for 40 goddamn years. This is nothing new. Name a gaming company, and it has probably already been through that cycle. Unless it's very new. Sorry, rant off. It's just, Alright, so, SNK. I don't know anything about SNK. Moving on. Deus Ex, you got it, Letterallis. Give me 1 second. Human Revolution. I mean, I've actually gotten some flack, Meat Fist, for how positive I was about Cyberpunk. It has to do with worker rights and financial support, and basically what happened with this company probably couldn't have happened in the United States, Ghost Rider. That's the super summary, okay? If a bunch of developers here tried to do what Larian did, they'd probably just fail and go bankrupt, and that would have been the end of it. Nice hit!
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate!
Yeah, I think for my final score, I gave Cyberpunk 2077. It was on the website. It's still on the website, but it was like positive, really, really high on story, and a net negative on gameplay, which. Yeah, Ubisoft, also known as my personal third worst gaming publisher out there.
Something good here.
My opinion, obviously. Oh, cool. I mean, yeah, no, Cyberpunk is a typical RPG. It has a great story and crap gameplay. For as much as I bang on about the gameplay of RPGs, those are the greats. The greats of RPGs have great gameplay. The more common thing is for them to have gameplay. I noticed it's robbing if I loot those people. That's interesting. I'm going to save for a second and see what happens if I do that. So let's rob this person. Robbed! Crimes! I have committed a crime. Does it list that they're robbed? Is that they're purchased or cured or whatever? No, it doesn't look like it. Also, oh my god, my inventory. Eridan died, whoever that kid is. I don't know who it is. Time to commit another crime! Crimes! Hang on. I gotta cast Speak with Dead. Where's Speak with Dead? Oh god, I don't think I actually have it right now because I think... Oh, where's Speak with Dead? Who took Speak with Dead? Somebody took Speak with Dead.
What am I to do?
I agree with that, Meadfist, completely. Oh, it's the amulet! Right. So it's on me, then. Yep, there it is. Speak with Dead. Hey, Eridan, you're dead.
The
Hi,
corpse
Nemesis.
regards you lifelessly.
Hi. Who are you? Why are you here?
Eridan, Benno, my group, Benno boys. Money enough to buy peace. Contract.
What's the contract?
Gold for Night Song. Got it from Loroakan.
Okay. Did you fulfill your contract?
Failed. Goblins. So many goblins.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Oh. I've unlocked a situational action.
Like we're being watched.
I'm also heavily encumbered. Is it like a sort by weight? There is a sort by weight. Hey! Like, get this crap out of my head. Which of you can carry crap? You, carry crap. Carry crap. Carry crap. Here, have some Mind Flayer brains. I know you like those. Damn it! I can only do that once per day.
More goblins. What's next?
It's fine, it's fine. No, I think Larian will have one more good game out of it. Maybe two, but definitely one. Oh my god, Mortal Gus, why? Why? I'm just... Hi, Mortalness.
Don't waste a step.
Oh, cool. Let's do that real quick.
Seems like the best way.
Speak to me, other dead person. What? 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 You jackass! I stabbed the corpse! Ugh! Ugh! Die, you stupid freaking corpse! Why did you fail me? Ah! Okay, okay. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool.
More goblins.
So first I'm going to say thank you, Mr. Floyd Pinkerton.
Feel like we're being watched.
Always appreciate. I do remember that shadow machine. Welcome to the Year Club. Thank you for your support. If you want to put that If you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. I think I'm still being sub-bombed, if I'm reading this correctly. Yep, I appear to continue. That the sub-bombing appears to be continuing. You did... No, yep, no, there, yeah, there it is, there it is. Mortal Gus, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Always. I really do appreciate you. If you would like to put any of that towards anything, Mortal Gus, please let me know. Otherwise, thank you.
More goblins. What's next?
Illithids. We're gonna go up from goblins to illithids. I hope you're ready for that, because that's the worst thing that could possibly happen. Like, honestly, I would have to really, really, really sit and think about something worse than illithids in this setting. Personally, like, just a personal preference thing. So I do see the highlighting now that I'm looking for it. I didn't actually see it before. Rise.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Cannon.
So where are you from?
We from Elturel left.
Who left Elturel with you?
Sister Arca.
And of course, I'm way too low level to res someone, so that sucks. What's your profession?
Tailor before. God. Volunteered.
So what happened to you? Even though I literally saw it happen 5 seconds ago.
Killed. Arrow. Can't breathe.
Generally yes, Hourglass.
Power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
But at the same time, it's not. It's just considered that.
Get up, cannon!
So I do have a Scroll of Revivify. 1 use. It won't let me do it. It won't let me target him. Has to be a playable character.
Get up, cannon!
Once, Triax, yeah. The idea in lore behind why you can only do the 5 questions and then they're gone is that their soul is busy. They've moved on. They're probably either in their chosen afterlife or being sorted into their chosen afterlife. So you only get them for a second before that connection's gone. It's actually part of why resurrection isn't a guaranteed success, because what happens when you try to resurrect someone is they effectively get a phone call. Bad analogy. And it's like, hey, would you like to be revived? And it's like, and you can decide. And depending on some specifics, you can know all kinds of things about who's reviving you, where, and with what. Yeah. Blue? Would you like to be revived? Blue?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Aradin's back with his tail between his legs. I'm glad for your help, but I'd hoped you were Halsin.
I'm sorry, Aradin's really dead.
Yeah, when he ran off with the druid that saved our hides the first time. Without Halsin, this grove's not so friendly, I'll tell you that. Never ends.
I mean, again, this happens literally months after descent into Avernus.
Time to pack. We need to leave.
Damn it, I don't get it, Brigwood. I'm sorry.
Aradin didn't make it. Pity. But he might have got more of my people killed, if not for you. Thank you for your help out there. I'm Zevlor.
So one of the problems DOS 2 has is item bloat. And a lot of the reason for that is because there's a ridiculous amount of stuff you can loot, which has absolutely no purpose whatsoever. It's just stuff that's used to decorate the territory, the land, you know, the doodads. But you can loot doodads. And it's just... Anyways, hello, my name is Runner.
Well met. I should warn you, visitors are no longer welcome in this grove.
But I can attack you.
Whatever your business, I'd see to it quickly. The druids are forcing everyone out. This attack will only strengthen their resolve.
Okay. Why are they forcing you out?
There have been several attacks by different monsters. The druids blame us outsiders for drawing them here. Nobody's welcome anymore. They've started a ritual to cut the grove off from the world outside. We can't stay, but we'll be slaughtered if we leave. We're no fighters.
I will help you out without hesitation. And if anybody in my party has a problem with it, then that sucks, because I'm a bard and I can't intimidate them. But I'll do something to them. Oh, you know what I'll do if they don't go along with it? I'll say it's okay. No problem. Before you go, I want to sing you a song about a song that doesn't end. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they will continue singing it forever, just because it is a song that doesn't end. We actually introduced my niece to that just a few days ago. And she made it through about 1.5 repetitions of the song before she just ran away. And could not deal with it. We stopped, obviously. We didn't want to actually be a dick about it. What brought you here?
We're refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the descent.
What's the Descent? I've never played the module I've referenced several times now.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of it. The High Overseer, our Grand Protector, signed a pact with devils. It dragged Elturel straight to hell. Lucky for us, a group of adventurers found a way to bring the city back.
That's the module.
Afterwards, people looked at us and just saw devilkin. No different from the druids here, really.
Biases? In my Faerun? Ugh. So, hang on. I could really use a healer. Do you have a cough? No. I've got an alien entity in my brain, which is going to transform me into itself as a parasitic form of procreation. So, could we...
You're wounded. The druid Halsin's a renowned healer, but he went with those adventurers. It seems they left him behind. If it's not too serious, you could try his apprentice Nettie. She's with the other druids in the Inner Grove. They've withdrawn there to prepare this damn ritual of theirs.
Yeah. Wounded, that's... Wounded. So about this ritual, is there any way to convince them to stop it?
I've tried. Korga, their new first druid, won't even see me. You, though... I know it's not your business, but she owes you for saving this place. Perhaps you could persuade her. For more time to prepare, if nothing else.
Yeah, sure.
I think you should. Yes. No harm in trying the diplomatic route.
We'd owe you a great debt. If we're forced to leave now, we won't make it to the city. You'll find the druids at the heart of the grove. Please, make them see sense before more lives are lost.
Can druids cut a grove off in the world? I mean, they could do stuff and prevent stuff, but they can't 100% do that. Now, there's always some way to circumvent. But it's kind of a barrier to entry thing. Goblins, they're not going to get through that. So the kind of barriers they can throw up, they'll be locked away from, like, you know, animals and goblins and low-level bandits pretty much forever. Now, if someone determined shows up, they're screwed, but that's how it usually works. Is that just a leaf in the wall? That's a leaf in the wall. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm guessing, Lord Harrimont. So, video games like to give the player character something unique about them, which is kind of a, for lack of a better way to put it, a gimmick, which allows them to be the player character. We were a Spectre in Mass Effect. We were a Grey Warden in Dragon Age Origins. We were a Jedi in KOTOR. You get the idea. All of this is valid and actually can make a really good RPG if they put some real thought and effort into the specific thing that makes you you. Having a tadpole in my brain, that's an interesting one. I don't think I've heard that one before. We'll see what they do with it, though. I need to write down doodads, too. It is a good adventure hook. In fact, I talked about this when we were reviewing Mass Effect recently. They did a lot in Mass Effect 1 to really set the stage in a way that makes sense. Because in Mass Effect, you're thinking, why don't we send out an army to deal with this? Well, we don't want to cause trouble with the Traverse, and we're trying to deal with a small individual who you want to infiltrate before he sees we're coming. So they send a small team, which has an elite ship, which has Spectre status. It was actually well thought out. Because at that point, it's a video game, but it makes sense in lore. In some games, it doesn't make sense in lore, because they really should send the army, or they really should send the fleet, and they don't, and it's never explained. Honestly, KOTOR 1 is actually another perfect example of this, as I've talked about. They send this gigantic fleet with tons of people, and all it did was draw the wrong kind of attention, and they were screwed. So they send you with your one little ship, and then you just kind of try to slip under lines and go do the things you need to do. So, cool, I'm with it. Anyways. Getting off topic, but I'm just pointing it out. It can be done well or done badly, and yes, I know I just named like 3 BioWare examples. What the hell do you want from me?
It's about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back, right now.
Okay, so there's an argument, which means we gotta barge in. We'll do it in a second, because this is a vendor.
Refugees, adventurers, no one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those goblins. Most brave of you. Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Oh, also, this feels like the Law of the Ring. It's an area, we have access to it, there's town, there's NPCs, there's, you know, vendors, there's characters, there's quests. But also, it's an area that's going to go away when we leave. So what are you selling?
Just some bits and bobs I no longer need.
Well then, vendor with me. Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh God, get this crap out of my inventory. Okay, so...
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose strangers over us.
That's not what I said.
I don't understand the difference between these two tabs. What's the difference between trading and bartering? Like, this is just DOS 2 and also DOS 1. But... Okay. Now, this is odd. Nope, he still has a max amount of gold, 499. It's the same amount. Okay, so... Okay. That's weird, and I'm just going to leave that at that. Okay, so... Yes, get rid of this. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Just get rid of all all this crap. Give her all this crap. Is there like a trash?
I won't leave them behind.
Miscellaneous. Sell all, please. Sell stack. Yeah, let's double check all these things here. So hang on.
Sylvanas, guide your path.
No, not that Sylvanas. Although she's named after the thing that thing is named after. Okay. Hang on. We still have the mysterious artifact, by the way. I hope that I haven't bugged my game out completely by virtue of the fact that I have her artifact.
About our lives, our futures.
No, you just care about your stupid apprenticeship.
Take that back, right now. We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose strangers over us.
That's not what I said.
Can we stop shouting? No? Calm down. Please.
I won't leave them behind.
You're going to get us killed.
I think that's actually it. Oh god, there's grid view. Although I think DOS 2 had that too, I think. Okay, so let's test this feature.
This is about your precious Baldur's Gate.
I care about our lives, our futures.
Is there a quick... There's like a button combination to add to wares.
Take that back, right now.
I had to use that mode several times because targeting was finicky in DOS 2. It's actually a negative I get. That's control, okay. Ooh.
We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose
Need anything else?
strangers
Yes.
That's not what I said.
Sell all wares.
Shouting? No?
Character has insufficient gold. God damn you! Alright, you have anything worth buying? So, monk gloves. Wait, what? You don't have heavy armor proficiency? You're a cleric!
Calm down. Please.
I
Okay.
won't leave them behind.
You're going to get us killed.
I believe you. Oh, that's what it is, Doctor. I was gonna say, I know I've had clerics, both that I've played and that I have GM'd for, that have had had heavy armor on.
I'm ready.
We don't even know these people.
That doesn't matter.
Of course it does. You would choose.
Wait, could you guys shut up, please?
That's not what I said. Hells, we can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur's Gate at once.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
And we could glare silently. We could also be like, clan is everything, which I don't agree with at all. We could also persuade them to stay, which we're gonna do. Okay, that's almost impossible to fail that roll.
Thank you. It's the right thing to do, and you know it.
She's right, Roland. We're better than this.
Zergan. Fine, I'll stay too. Lest you both end up with your throat slit by Goblin Blade.
Thank you, Roland.
I'd die if I met Leroican reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. I'll have to...
Yeah, that's Druid Enclaves for you.
I should speak up.
This place is a bloody death trap, not a sanctuary. You should clear off while you can.
Good work, kids.
Hungry for some reason.
All heroes, each and every one of you.
Oh, yeah. Well, to speak with animals, we need to do a long rest. And I'm scared to do that because I'm... Oh, wait, no, it's a can't... That's it. Is it... It's once per day I can speak with animals. Okay.
Keep the goblins out forever. This is no fun. Warriors.
Be gone. I am hungry.
Oh, yeah. As an aside, I forget if they added it in 4th or 5th edition, but the idea to cast spells as rituals was one of the best decisions they made, along with making cantrips free. Hated playing a caster back in the day. So one of the things I liked best about DOS 2, and DOS 1, but especially DOS 2, was the fact that you could talk with the animals as a talent point, and you could talk with, like, all the animals, and a pretty decent majority of them were actually worthwhile to talk to.
Another one. What are you under there, then? Ant? Aurochs?
Aurochs described me pretty well.
Big and slow? The keepers of this place choose different forms. Better ones. They become birds, to hunt on the wing. Bears to tear flesh with teeth. But for me, only oxen, only same old hay. And I cannot even eat it, because the horned ones hide their shiny bits inside.
You know, I could probably fix that for you.
Hiding things. Thinking they're clever. Not clever. Sometimes I eat the shiny bits, and they have to go looking for them on the other end.
Let's just,
traps, please.
Go through here. Interesting.
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
So, what's weird with you? Let's do a skill check here.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
It's really simple, Zara. What would happen is you would either use your spells very sparingly, or you'd carry around a crossbow. And trust me, that made playing a mage extremely boring. No, seriously. Like, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to cast this, and this, and this. And then the rest of your combat for the rest of the session is roll to attack, roll for damage. That's it. So, explain to me what you are, creature, or die trying.
No. You are incapable.
Look, I'm hungry for burgers, okay? Just saying.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, moo.
Well, moo to you too, sir. This is a PG-13 stream. Jesus.
He stares right past you, as if you're invisible. Or boring. You see nothing out of the ordinary. When you turn back, there's no trace of the child.
Yeah, we just got robbed. What's our perception stat? +3. It's not bad. Yep, we rolled a 2. Almost succeeded at it, too. Oh well. Well, now that we're robbed, it's time to kill everybody here. Yeah, time to side with the goblins.
Oh, I don't have any money or anything to sell. My partner does that.
What's your side of the business?
What? I'm I'm the guard. So don't steal anything. I'm watching you.
Whoa. Hey. Can't say I've ever seen someone like you before.
Yeah, Silver Dragonborn.
Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky.
It is not.
You haven't seen anything yet, mister. Go on. Take the ring and watch your fortune change.
I'll try it. Okay, let's go ahead and get some guidance on this. Oh god, we rolled a 1. Hang on, we can use an inspiration, so let's do it. Or we could get a 25 instead of a 1.
Weeping, bleeding hells! Okay, maybe you don't need extra luck. But since you're already holding the thing, call it. Heads or tails?
Chat. Yeah, the ring. Where's my ring? There's... The ring has writing on it. It's some form of Elvish. I can't quite make it out. So very pretty. Sorry. That's an interesting spread. I'm surprised at how many of you are like, just steal the ring. Okay, so we'll tails.
Tails it is! See? That's the kind of luck you get from one of my lucky rings. I've got more where that came from. Real cheap, too. Interested?
Oh. I'm going to return the ring. And then talk to the vendor.
Hey, you're back. Look to buy, sell, or what? I knew it. Hang on. That's what I got.
Why do I keep failing perception? God damn it! That's like the 3rd perception roll in a row that I have failed at. Also, he has crap for money. And dies. And pig heads. Food, which apparently gives you camp supplies, so that's new. Nice. Look, what do you want from me? Here, give me, like, all your money. Thanks. The ring of being really invisible. The ring is missing its gem, or perhaps it's just invisible. The ring of Lechinesius. Whatever. A small pebble swings from the length of fishing wire tied to this ring. Ring of resistance to ants. A glob of tree sap studded with dead ants occupies the space where this ring's stone once sat. Ring of infinite wishes. The interior of this ring is roughly carved with nonsensical runes. It's some form of Elvish. Ooh, dried beef sausage? Oh, that sounds good. I will buy a shovel. It was but worse than my longsword, and nobody else could really use it. Sorry. I've been debating it, Lord Harrimont, but for the moment, we'll just do this.
You bought some.
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn.
Hi. Are these crocodile tears? Let's find out. DC of 5. Yeah, I think I got this. Impossible to fail unless I roll a 1.
You notice she's trembling. The tears streaming down her cheeks are indeed real.
Why? Alright, you didn't actually manage to rob me. So I'm not gonna kill you and eat you. Even though I totally could, because I'm a frickin' dragon.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
You just made her cry.
Hey, you here to trade or?
Your partner's a thief.
Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you.
Do you have the capacity to pretend to be sorry?
I am sorry. Sorry we're still talking about this. Look, you caught her. Good for you. You aren't a chump like everyone else around here. Now, do me a favor. Make room for the chumps.
Your bad behavior caught this guard's eye. What do you have to say?
Have a bribe.
Some guards would appreciate your generosity, but not this one. This one...
Fine. God damn it. Frickin' guard got my way. Should have paid the fine. Pretty much literally. I didn't bully the kid. I was trying to murder the kid. There's a huge difference. I had to get that murder. I'm going to try this one more time. Alright, so. Where's Shove? There's Shove.
Time to press ahead.
Scooch up here. And then we're gonna... No, I didn't make it in time. Fine. Whatever. Well, considering the clones don't work for the Republic, probably not, Zactab. It's hard for them to get paid by the enemy. However, if I had only done the one thing, then, yeah, I suppose. I mean, right? They're a military. Pay the army. Pay it on time. Pay it well. Okay, so new idea here. So shove. Tail of the roll. Move out of the way. And turn. Scooch up here. Shove.
I'll see what I can learn.
Well, he didn't die. Yet.
I must keep going.
Ready.
Can I get down there? I cannot get down there. It's too far. Run! Run!
Its will be done.
Well, there goes the ladder and our only way up. Guys, I think the tadpole's messing with my mind. Okay, we're cool, everything's cool. I can't shove yet, so... Did he just heal himself? Oh, whatever. Shove. How did you fail the... Okay, whatever. Get out of the way.
Still breathing. despite everything.
What's next?
It didn't kill him. Interestingly enough.
Lost in thought.
Too heavy to throw. Okay, never mind. Go over here, though. Wait, where'd the kid go? He went into the hole! Quick, into the hole. Can't use this right now. Why not?
Never a dull moment.
Wait, there he is. There's the kid. No, stop, 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 stop. Jump down, jump down. Alright, where's the get the Yankee? Why are you the one who's up here? Jump down. Jump down. Okay. Hang on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna throw this kid to his death. Wait. Okay, so while he's running back, we're gonna move up here and shove him. And fail at shoving him? Okay, that's cool. That's exactly what I wanted to happen. Try this again. Shove. Okay, get out of the way.
That face protects me.
Alright, scooch up here. He's just straight up ignoring it. Alright, fine, whatever, kill him. Ah! He's back! He's back! He just teleported behind me.
Quite ready for you.
It's okay, I know how to deal with this.
Alright.
Okay. Anyways. Whatever. So you can find a real vendor in this goddamn pit hole. Since we apparently cannot kill a child. And we all know I hate not being able to kill children in video games. 50 negatives to everything. Okay, so that's where the druids are.
Light on my feet.
We've actually had extensive discussions about being able to kill children and how it should or shouldn't be allowed in video games. For the record, I'm joking. I would much rather you simply cannot kill kids in a video game.
Again.
Now, that doesn't excuse the authors making their kids, you know, assholes. Looking at you, Skyrim. But you get the idea.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Don't be grumpy, Roland.
We're exposing now. I am not grumpy.
Scowl on your face would frighten a troll.
Ah, if it isn't the talk of the camp. It's a rare day when I see one of you lot about. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh!
What?
You're twitching something fierce, love. And your eyes. You look like you don't know the meaning of the word sleep. Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore.
Okay.
Aha! You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie.
And what is this?
Oh, 'tis just a healing potion, nothing fancy. Here.
Thank
Just
you.
look like you might need a pick-me-up. I'm sorry to go on about it, but are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
Well, I've got an illithid tadpole in my brain.
Oh, I've seen it all.
No, you haven't.
I once had a fella who'd been caught dabbling with a dryad. The wife was none too pleased and introduced him to a pot of boiling oil. But worry not. I fixed him up, and depending on the lighting, he looks good as new. My point is, whatever ails you, I promise I've seen worse. What is it, Petal? What's wrong?
I have a mind flayer parasite in my brain.
As you recount your adventure, Auntie Ethel nods along, her eyes wide.
You poor pet! My heart goes out to you, truly. I see no sign of a tentacle yet, but that could change in an instant. You need help. Serious help. I've no potion or lotion here that could do it, but... yes, I may have something at home.
Like what?
I've collected some interesting bits and bobs over the years. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you there. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale.
Sure.
Hey, bother.
Well, you have a little bit more money. Yeah, no, this isn't a trap. That's not shabby, actually.
How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
True.
I mean, that's makes so much sense. I'm surprised we don't see it more. But I see it. And I know how to do that. I played DOS too, I know what I'm doing. I wanted to sell items. Speaking of which, now that we've done that, still don't have enough gold. Alright. Well, let's see what we got here.
Die if I met a Roican reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. I'll have to burn them.
Where do did you get all these daggers from, dearie? Don't worry about it. Just take the daggers. Why is there so much blood? Take the daggers! Okay.
Don't be grumpy, Roland. We'll get to the city soon.
I am not
Be careful
grumpy.
on the road.
Scowl on your face.
I'd hate if something happened to you.
You're an idiot.
Take care, pet.
So anyways, a little more money than we started with, and a lot less weight, which is the important part. Hold on.
No time to dally.
The air is ripe with magic.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Let's get on with it.
Jesus, lady.
Yes?
I wonder what the next move is.
Ah.
Ready and willing. How long until Roland shows off his thunder wave?
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
True.
We have slightly more approval with her than everyone else. Go figure. The fact that we have a level cap of 12, by the way, that's interesting. So we're not going to mess with things all that much, I don't think. Hey, we have Pass Without a Trace, which is an invaluable thing, by the way. So we get one level 2 spell. What do we got here? We're probably going to go Lesser Restoration, because it's Lesser Restoration, which gets rid of diseases, poisons, paralysis, and blindness. After that, probably pick up Prayer. I mean, sneaking's weird in DOS 1 and DOS 2, so it's right.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Okay. Well, hang on. So we got a new spell. What do we want? Heat Metal's a fun one. See Invisibility might be worthwhile. Knock might be worthwhile. Or we just get Cure. Shatter's nice, but it's a damaging spell. I mean, what was the level cap in Baldur's Gate 1? Because it was pretty low. And it was raised slightly in Baldur's Gate 2. Yeah, it was really low. I think it was 8, yeah. Or it was 9, excuse me, it was 9. Oh, that's right, it depended based on what you were playing, because different races had different exp things. So different races, or different classes, excuse me, had different exp things. Exp charts. you sure Baldur's Gate 2 is 20? I was gonna say, I think, again, it depends on the class, because that's how they did things back then. But apparently the cap was is in the extended edition, or enhanced edition, whatever it's called, 8 million experience. So whatever that translates to. That's what I thought. I was pretty sure it wasn't until the expansion that they pushed it up. But I couldn't remember specifics. God, all of these spells suck. I don't want any of these. Let's just get Shatter. We'll get that. So college. So okay, College of Lore. We can gain more proficiencies for Arcana, Intimidation inside a hand, and Cutting Words, whatever that actually means. We can do College of Valor, which gives us Combat Inspiration. Adds to damage. Or College of Swords, which is kind of exactly what it sounds like. Gives us Flourishes and additional weapon proficiencies. Like scimitars. Valor also gives us martial proficiency, which we will not be doing. We're gonna go ahead and go with Lore. I don't think I want to get rid of any of my spells, so I'm good with that.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
For you, we want Evocation, because we went out of our way to get that. We've got Darkness, which... Gust of Wind, which could probably be funny. Melf's Acid Arrow, which we're going to grab. We could get Scorching Ray. That could be mean. We could also get Shatter. Shatter is... You know what, let's get Shatter. And instead of Acid Arrow, we'll get Gust of Wind. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah, the thing is, Scorching Ray... I'm torn between Scorching Ray and Shatter. Because Shatter's fun. Although, creatures made of inorganic materials such as stone have disadvantage on their saving throw. So it looks like it doesn't actually shatter. It's a con save. This is just death. We'll do something different.
Enough waiting. I crave blood.
Stop craving blood. God. What's with you and your blood fetish? So, subclass. We can now get Psionic Jump. Okay. So, Battle Master, which gives us... Superiority dice. We can become an Eldritch Knight, which gives us spells. Or we can become a Champion, which gives us improved crit range. Yeah? So, this gives us maneuvers. Which we can spend those aforementioned dice on. Yeah, we do want more fighter in our fighter. Because that's pretty much exactly what this is. This is, you want to be a fighter, right? No, I think we'll go Battle Master. Spend an action and a reaction to direct an ally to strike a foe. The ally immediately uses their reaction to make a weapon attack. Spend a superiority die to make an attack that deals additional damage and possibly forces the target to drop the weapon they're holding. Distract your target, giving your allies advantage on their next attack roll. Evade attacks by imposing disadvantage against you for a round. Use both actions to turn to a target with advantage and deal additional damage. So more damage. Deal more damage and make them disadvantaged unless they attack you. More damage. Half movement speed. More damage and frighten. You can spend a die and add it to an attack roll. More damage and push. Spend a superiority die to grant temporary HP to one ally. When a hostile creature misses you, you can suspend a superiority die to retaliate. $97, Damashi? Jesus Christ. Swing a weapon under the... So we get 3 of these. I think we are going to go ahead and get this one. You can use action and bonus action to on a turn to attack a target with advantage and deal it extra damage. In other words, all we lose for doing that is a bonus action per turn, and we can do that every freaking turn infinitely. There's no limit there. It doesn't even burn a superiority die. So we're obviously taking that. I think I'm gonna grab... It burns the die. I think you're lying to me. No, for real, look at it. It's a passive ability. Use action and bonus to turn it to... Okay, hang on. You know what? It's probably here, isn't it? Yep, it's right there. You know, game. Tooltip design is a thing. So, let's talk about why this sucks, okay? You see that right there? Just looking at riposte, it says right there, it uses your reaction, and it uses a superiority die. Okay, nice, clean, clear, immediately understandable. Fainting attack, nothing. Right? Now, if we mouse over the actual ability that the talent gives us, that then indicates that it uses up your bonus action, your action, and your superiority die, as the original talent should have. That's... it doesn't matter, Pillars of Snow, because the inconsistency is immediately apparent. All I have to do is mouse over riposte, and mouse over fainting attack, and I've already made my point for me. In fact, honestly, most of these don't say anything. I thought for sure that I was just misreading it, until I saw that one. I was like, aha, that's how that works. And I thought I had it, and I was wrong, because it was how I originally thought it worked. Anyways, we're still getting riposte, because duh. When you were missed, we can do a reaction, blah, blah, blah. Reactions are good. Reactions are cool. This even says, this one says, so check this out. This one does not have the die there, but it does say spend a die to make an attack that deals additional damage. Whereas this one does not say that. Tooltips. Yeah, I've seen that too, Giga. In fact, I've already run into that problem when I was doing my selling spree earlier. Let's see. Impose disadvantage is exactly what I want to do, I'm pretty sure. Enemies receive disadvantage melee attacks you for 1 turn. Yep, that's the one I want. So we've got evasive, we've got riposte, so we can react to being avoided, and we've got fainting attack.
True.
Oh yeah, you have some of my armor too. Nah, whatever. Forget about it. All right. Let's get a hard save in. Let's put this under 1. And then we're gonna quit the game forever. We're done. That's it. The game's done. We actually... Yes, I want to quit the game. As always with large games like these, I don't like to front load a particularly large amount of positives or negatives. But I know people don't like it when I don't put when I don't update the HUD. So all of this, like literally all of this, is not codified yet. But what I'm thinking right now is this. That's where we're at right now as far as debating. Hopefully I'll actually get a good night's sleep tonight, because I'm tired of getting half a night's rest. So, I will see you guys, hopefully, tomorrow.